Hello, everyone. Venture back for another mail day unboxing of something that the hip hop nerd in me has been looking forward to ever since they kind of started dropping hints for it months back. And I pre-ordered it. It's finally shown up in the mail today. So this is the Elements magazine book by, if I can get that closed up on there, Flippin' J Records. So if you've been watching any of the unboxings that I've done, get cracked into this. I already went through and showed off a couple that I ordered for whatchamacallit, records, one of the record store days that came with my ODB box set. And this was something that they'd been going through and kind of Flipout had been going through and kind of teasing in his streams for a bit, and here it is. So, what do we got in the box? Because there's some goods with this. All right, let's get this all out of here. Get the whole shebang out, and bam, there it is. The book. The record that was released along with. And then, of course, some stickers. Dope. And this is also dope. I wasn't expecting this. This is an Elements postcard with design by Dedos AA. So, haha. Nice. And thank you for putting this out, guys, because as soon as I heard that this was going to be happening, I had to go through and dig into my collection to find some of the copies that I had kicking around. I could only find one, this ratty old copy of the De La issue with no cover. I know it's kicking around somewhere, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So at least I got a replacement for that, because this is a basically a reprinting of issues 1 through 8, which came out from 95 to 96, 95 to 96. They were put out by, whatchamacallit. So, Flipout and Jay Swing had a radio program at CITR, which is the radio station out of UBC, which was like a college community radio station. And so through there, they had the idea and then went about it, and through CITR, the magazine that they had there, Discorder, through the people there were able to go through and actually start putting out this magazine. And that was, to my understanding, that was just given out free. You'd pick that up at record stores and stuff like that in and around town, because this was a Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada publication for that local college radio station out of UBC, the university here. So they put out 8 issues, and then there was a 9th that they had been working on, but they shelved it before they ended up going ahead with that. So it kind of ended at the 8th. So now we actually have the 9th issue in here with new illustrations by Dedos, and they are, just going off of this is beautiful. So I'm super stoked to see what we got inside here. And may as well, right? We're showing off the book, so let's get cracking. And I'm hoping I'm not going to go through and start knocking the camera stand. Nice. And trying to eliminate that glare as much as possible. Of course, trying to do this all on the fly in hopes that I can minimize that. So anyway, inside cover, beautiful illustrations. And Dedos is a well-known writer, illustrator, artist locally, and has lots of stuff that you can go through and check out online. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, I believe it's Nomadic Alternatives, nomadicalternatives.org. And then he's got a bunch of stuff like teas and whatnot that you can pick up. So we got a forward here by Nardwar, the Human Serviette, who's actually been going through and doing interviews with Flipout last couple of days, I think. So there was some cool stuff there. And yeah, introduction. And then from there, here we go. Issue 1 with a redone cover and then the OG cover. And so that one was covering Rascalz, J5, obviously here, Mobb Deep, Master Ace, Inc. And so with that, I mean, you can see right off the bat, I may as well segue into this, which was the record that they decided to go through and put out along with the release of the book to market. And this is Rascalz' Dreaded Fist, as well as Soul Obligation on the flip side. For whatever reason, I thought it was Blind with the Science, but I got that all mixed up. So yeah, that's with, again, new artwork by well, not new artwork as evidenced, but artwork by Dedos. And yeah, there we go. We even got Dreaded Fist bonus beats, so that is dope. And obviously production by DJ Chemo on there with rhymes by Misfit and Red One. Nice. And layout by Ruck. So dope shit. And so this one, being that it was released with the book, this marks, I believe, the first in a series of 8 7-inch singles that they're going to be doing as the Elements magazine series. So I'm imagining that these are all going to be singles for 7-inch singles for tracks that were covered in the magazine. So I'm going to be checking out basically this magazine with playing guessing game the entire time as to, I wonder who's actually going to be in it, who's going to be the next single. So going to be trying to spot that the whole way along. And so, yeah, this is from what I gathered, what I understood, this was basically going through and scanning the original issues, because it's not like they had, like, you know, digital copies that they worked off of all this stuff. I mean, considering this was put up back in the 90s, I would imagine that this would have all just been done by hand and then, like, you know, kind of like printed off masters from whatever they kind of hand clipped together. But I mean, who knows? Who knows? And so, yeah, covering all kinds of stuff from what do we got in here? Stuff. I'm trying to read it all upside down, so sorry about that. Well, we got at least interviews in here. I know that there was a lot of that. A lot of the interviews. We do have some of the old ads also still covered in there. Not all of them, but some of them. And interview with the Rascalz. So all this stuff from the first issue. And then the reviews at the back. And those were all just, to my understanding, the interviews for the most part were done by Flipout and Jay Swing. And then any of the reviews and stuff like that would have just been them and then like extended family and what have you. So Checkmate, who also did the show with them over at CITR, and then, you know, various people, friends and family and what have you. So yeah, continuing through issue 2 with the new cover and then the classic cover, which has Raekwon and also obviously some other stuff like Special Ed, Mad Skills, Cypher, and Nitwits. And yeah, just going through all the editorial stuff in the front, quick bits, mixtapes, so like, you know, hot singles of the minute. That Special Ed interview. Whew. So yeah, this is basically just a collection, kind of like a document chronicling hip hop in 95, 96. From, you know, what many consider a classic era, as well as going through and kind of giving it that unique Canadian and specifically West Coast Vancouver coverage to it. Because they went through and made a point of covering Canadian hip hop, but treating it on the same level as they did all of the American stuff. So not really going through and trying to play favorites with one or the other, but going through and giving it all equal sway and equal kind of an equal platform to just, let it all speak for itself. So there we have issue 3 from September, October 95. So yeah, these ones would have all been like a bi-monthly release schedule from what I can gather. And I don't even remember what issue number was the one that I had with or at least the one that I was able to find that had Dela on it. I'm trying to see if I can get to that one. But as well, I mean, it looks like in the middle there is a issue 4. That's a group home. Dope. As well as Farside, AZ, Socrates, Genius, and Stretch Armstrong. Nice. So this would have been the recurring column of Word, which I believe is no, it's not that one in the back. Anyway, that I believe was just a reprint of something from Upski's Bomb the Suburbs. Making the funk. Anyway, am I even gonna find the Dela issue? Or am I gonna end up getting to the art spread in the middle first? I think that's gonna end up happening, which ain't the worst because these are some beautiful illustrations by Dedos, golden era icons. If you follow him on Insta, he's been posting these ones up there as well. But I believe you can go on his website and pick up prints and t-shirts and stuff like that of a lot of these designs. And I mean, just look at that shit. That's just really dope. Slick Rick, the Ruler, Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Great shit, Dela, of course. BDP. Ah, yes, Queen Latifah and Salt and Pepper. And Salt and Pepper. Blah. Sorry about that, getting all tongue-tied. Ladies first, y'all. Biz Marquee. Wishing him a speedy recovery. And Big Daddy Kane with Scoob and Scrap. Nice! Nice spread in the middle there. We got the message. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Eric B. and Rakim. Let the rhythm hit him. Dope. And Follow the Leader. These are like excellent alternate album covers, or another way to look at them would be like movie posters. Ooh, that just, oh, that's good. That's good. Juice. We got all of them on there. That's dope. Dope. Nice. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. I got a letter from the government. It said they was suckers. And of course, Fight the Power. And LL's Walking with a Panther. Then Bad. And then EPMD Give the People. Like, even for the art spread alone, I figure this is worth it. Maestro Fresh West. Mishi Me. And LA Love. Far Side passing me by with it reading correctly for me in that upside down orientation. And then Souls of Mischief 93 till Infinity. Illmatic. Ah, yes, Miss Lauren. The Mystery of Chess Boxing. Ah, yes, and there we go. Pac by Dedos. And there we go, getting into issue 5. Now let's see. Hey, I found it. All right, so that was what the cover looked like for this one. But the one thing that I don't think that they did end up covering in these was, and I tried to ask about it, so I think I know. We didn't get the full on for like all of the ads. So I don't know if we were going to have that basics ad in there. But definitely some of the other ones that I was kind of hoping would end up making it, but obviously won't because that's just unnecessary. Would have been True Valley Vintage. And that was like, one-stop shopping. You could go hit up Beat Street, you could go hit up Puff, you could go hit up True Valley Vintage, all in the same building. Ah. But enough of that. I digress. Back to the book and all its wonders. And so, yeah, beautiful stuff put out by Vancouver hip-hop mainstays, Jay Swing and Flipout. And obviously with new updated art by Dedos from the AA crew. And yeah, if you're interested in checking out a piece of hip-hop's history, piece of specific, and I mean, for any Canadian hip-hop heads, anyone interested in that kind of stuff, especially with the whole Vancouver lean to it. I remember having that issue, and I just don't know where the hell it went. I know I had more of these, but I just can't find any of that stuff in all of my in all of my shelves and boxes and everything that I got. But this is going to be another one that I'm going to go through and add to the library happily. More hip hop reads. Need more of that stuff. And I mean, it's nice too because even the scans being yellowed are not as yellowed as the copies that I still have kicking around. So. But okay, so what do we have here? Issue 8, and then finally the unreleased issue 9. And yeah, that was the one that had the interview with Jay-Z and stuff like that. I remember hearing stories about that one too. So yeah, I'm stoked to go through and read the rest of this book. But I think that is going to be it for today. So yeah, that has been a look at the Elements magazine book, which goes through and collects all 8 of the magazine issues, as well as the unreleased 9th. Then there is also the record and record series of the Elements magazine series that they're going to be putting out on Flippin' J Records. So you can go check that stuff out there. Or you can check it out at Beat Street Records. And I wish, in hindsight now, I had been able to have gone through and gotten the whole package that had the t-shirt as well. But I just can't. This year has not been kind to the wallet, but whatever. I still had to go through and cop this. So thank you for joining me on this look at the Elements magazine book by Flippin' J Records. And I hope you have a great one. And I will catch you in the next unboxing, which there will be more of, and hopefully soon. So until then, venture. Peace out.